Okay, hey, what's up? I'm hoping I'm live. Yeah. Okay. So, this character kinda looks like me.
I'm V.
I'm V.
I'm V.
I'm V.
V.
I'm V.
This character will refer to V with female pronouns.
I'm V.
He's saying I'm V, and then she's saying V.
I'm V.
And V. I'm V. And V. And V.
I'm V.
I'm V.
They could have done better.
I'm V.
With that introduction, but I mean I get the gist. Rufio, Rufy. That almost looks exactly like me right now. Except the widow's peak is a little high. And I'm more into green. Is there a red green? Oh. And yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. Whoa. Okay. I can wirelessly charge anything with my face. I wish there were titles for these tattoo sets. Not like that. That is interesting. Now that I got a good look at his eyes, I need to change his eyes. Okay. not a vampire. You're a vampire. Okay. Wow. Can I play this on Twitch? Okay, now I'm gonna change his eye color. Yeah. Body determines your raw physical power and fortitude. Progressing, it improves your proficiency with shotguns, light machine guns, and blunt weapons. It also enables you to open some doors by force, rip off turrets, and use intimidating or solo-trained dialogue choices. 2+ max health per attribute point. Okay, minimum level. Okay. Intelligence determines your net running abilities. Progressing it improves your proficiency with smart weapons and allows you to unleash your full potential as a net runner. It also enables you to access local subnets and show off your knowledge of the net in dialogues. Reflexes determine your maneuverability and ability to evade enemy attacks. Progressing the attribute improves your proficiency with assault rifles, submachine guns, and blades, and enables you to use advanced movements. It also enables you to make quick, observant remarks in dialogue. Technical ability determines your techie know-how. Progressing it improves your proficiency with explosives and tech weapons and allows you to be compatible with high-end cyberware. It also allows you to bypass some locks, override devices, and exhibit tech-savvy knowledge in dialogues. Oh, my cool factor. Cool determines your assassination skills and stealth abilities. Progressing it improves your proficiency with precision rifles, sniper rifles, handguns, and throwable weapons. It also enables you to use advanced stealthy perk abilities and subtle or street smart dialogue choices. Okay, 2 over there. And intelligence. Alias V. I can't change nothing. Character skills. Each attribute contains a set of skills. Both attributes and skills provide different bonuses depending on your style of play. Skill levels increase as you perform activities associated with them. The maximum level of a skill is limited by the level of your attribute that it belongs to. Night City Resident Database. The data you entered on an NCRA terminal will only be used for the purpose you entered them. Your personal data will be protected in accordance with the 2025 Privacy Act, 2032 E-Governance Act. There's an end to this E-Governance Act and the Federal Records Act. In accordance with OMB Memo M 1022-242, guidelines. I forgot what RE reference guidelines for use of net connected devices and personalization procedures. Federal agencies home have permission to access cookies used in session. Okay. CC10 asks. Got it. So begins your story in Night City. Roaming the Badlands, looting scrapyards, raiding fuel depots, life on the road wasn't easy, but growing up in a nomad clan has its perks. Honesty, integrity, and a love of freedom. Qualities that few in Night City possess, and no amount of money can buy. Of course it would crash in the middle of... No, right after I finished making my character. I mean, why not? Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? I hope it saved my character.
Good morning, Night City! Yesterday's body count lottery rounded out to a solid and sturdy 30. 10 out of Haywood, thanks to unabated gang wars. One officer down, so I guess you're all screwed, cause the NCPD will not let that go. Got another blackout in Santo Domingo. Net runners are at it again, poking holes in the power grid. While over in Westbrook, trauma teams scraping cyber psycho victims off the pavement. And in Pacifica, well, Pacifica is still Pacifica. This has been your man, Stan. Join me for another day in our city of dreams.
Oh, come on. I just made a character. Okay, I don't think I can actually play this game.
MV.
On this computer. Okay, come on. Make it last now. Make it stick. There we go. It's loading. It's loading.
Electric coupling module.
Said it was nothing serious when I came in. You said you were sure.
Wait, do I have a woman's voice? Did I? Oh, man. First time in Night City, pay close attention to the tutorials to learn about the basic mechanics of the game. Or, if you're already an experienced edge runner, feel free to disable hints. Go to the database at any time during the game to access tutorials as well as to read up on the most important topics of Cyberpunk 2077.
Guess I was wrong. Can always look for another shop where they won't ask a lone nomad while she's hugging the border.
Buckaroo. body tattoos. Okay, please don't have a conniption. And just load it. Load it good. Yes, it is working. Okay, 1 hour in and I'm making my character work. Okay. It's gonna work now. And it seems to be running quicker, that's good. Okay, patch. Remove patch.
Electric
backers.
coupling module.
You said it was nothing serious when I came in. You said you were sure.
Guess I was wrong. Can always look for another shop where they won't ask a lone nomad why he's hugging the border.
I sure could.
Arasaka conflict of the early 2020s, essentially all forms of life have been wiped clean from the megacity. Millions of people, animals, and plants were eradicated in a matter of minutes.
Real water, sparkling. Real water. Consumable. I'm gonna... It's red. That bad? The Unification War for Gongs. The Unification War is the most recent armed conflict to take place in North America since the collapse, lasting from January 2069 to June 2070. Although the Unification War is formally recognized as a war between the new United States of America and USA and the governments of the Free States, most scholars also classify the conflict as a corporate war. It is well known that the NUSA was backed by Militech hardware, personnel, and other resources, whereas the Free States received the significant tacit support of the Alaskan Arasaka Corporation. The Unification War is also sometimes referred to as the Metal War or Metal Wars in reference to the wide use of armed cavalry units, so-called panzers. The bloodiest battle in the Unification War was the Battle of Ridgecrest. In just one day, at least 3,778 people were reported killed. North California and South Carolina. Why am I thinking Carolina? North and South California were on opposite sides of the war, allied with the Free States and NUSA respectively, while Night City maintained a position of neutrality. The Unification War ended when all parties signed the Treaty of Unification in Arvin, South California. We usually say Southern California, but whatever. Excuse me. Both sides claimed victory. The Free States emphasized that they had preserved their independence, and the NUSA boasted that they were closer than ever to reunifying a divided America, an American people. A divided American people. The end of the Unification War, however, was not an end to the conflict at large. The leading AI analytics software predicts another hot war will likely break out in 2080. 74% confidence. I guess I don't need to take it if I read it. 296, hold surveillance. Just fucking try it. Losers, shot.
High demand from collectors has slowed down the intent of looting. Official figures estimate the net worth of Venetian sculptures and jewelry
Oh, a
sold
guitar
on the
pick.
black market would be equivalent to 1/3 of the Canadian
I
economy.
might need that.
Most stolen works eventually find their way to Switzerland has officially become the first nation committed to a fully As the Swiss government phases out its current officer corps, they will begin implementation of the CVS PACEM automated command system. As stated in the government's official press release, Switzerland can at last achieve its goal of true neutrality. CVS PACEM will secure our borders but will never position Switzerland as the aggressor. And that's the world's latest. Thanks for joining us. Until next time.
Tiancha, come quietly.
Synthetic meat, we're in for a treat. Try ours today.
Real water. Only 99 cents a gallon. $99 a gallon?
Hello, my name is Arif Iqbal, and this is WNS News. A dead city livens up the news today. Following the catastrophic use of biological weapons in Busan during the Militech-Arasaka conflict of the early 2020s, essentially all forms of life have been wiped clean from the megacity. Millions of people, animals, and plants were eradicated in a matter of minutes. And a similar fate awaits any to this day who strays too close to the southern edge of the Korean peninsula and the waters surrounding it. Though not all in the city lie still. Automated systems powered by local tidal energy continue to operate unsupervised. Netwatch has warned that without proper maintenance, any Busan-based AI could, in time, pose a considerable threat. Arasaka has washed their hands of the issue, placing full blame for the ecological and subsequent technical crisis with Militech, who dropped the bombs. NUSA President Rosalind Myers has declined to comment on the matter. Meanwhile, in Europe, the Pedanian government is once again in the midst of a campaign to prevent illegal excavations and looting in the city of Venice. 4 looters and 7 carabinieri were killed in the most recent altercation. This city, submerged under the Adriatic Sea, still hides many centuries-old and priceless works of art. High demand from collectors has spurred on the continued looting. Official figures estimate the net worth of Venetian sculptures and jewelry sold illegally on the black market would be equivalent to 1/3 of the Pedanian economy's GDP. Most stolen works eventually find their way to collectors in private orbital stations, making reclamation a difficult process. Further west, Switzerland has officially become the first nation committed to a fully automated military by 2080. Already 90% of the Swiss armed forces consist of Lobos, drones, and automated vehicles. The Officer Corps makes up the remaining 10%. As the Swiss government phases out its current Officer Corps, they will begin implementation of the CVS Pacem automated command system. As stated in the government's official press release, Switzerland can at last achieve its goal of true neutrality. CVS Pacem will secure our borders but will never position Switzerland as the aggressor. And that's the world's latest. Thanks for joining us. Until next time.
You know, I don't have all day.
That's fine. Step aside.
What? Got any idea what to do? You're wearing on my patience now.
I'm gonna bypass the coupling and rig a hot wire.
Compressor will run on and on. It could seize up.
Did anyone ask your opinion? Okay, let's see what happens.
It's like I was telling you. No. Not shabby at all. Question's how long it'll last you.
That'll get me to Night City. I'll figure something else out there.
Right. You know, I don't have all day. Antenna on this heap don't seem like it packs a punch. Not liable to hear much.
You don't say.
Hey, Mike. Didn't know you had a customer.
Rolled in a few hours past. I thought he'd at least called in.
Don't you sweat it, Mike. We're gonna hash it out.
Don't you know you owe the sheriff a word when you pay his town a visit? To tell him what's brought you here. Maybe even over a cup of coffee.
Clean speed. Because life is too short to be slow.
My mistake. I hadn't planned on stopping. A failed coupling forced my hand.
Yeah, always some failure hide mistakes.
Name's Andrew Jones. Probably heard of me.
I can't say that I have.
Served in Spec Ops during the last war. Silver Shoguns? Ring any bells?
I can't say that it does.
Don't like to get along, do ya? That a Nomad vehicle? Might have expected that.
If you have a problem, I'm willing to hear it.
Let me tell you what my problem is. Nothing boils my blood like a fucking stray. Where'd your clan pitch camp?
Are you one of those who believe everything the talking heads say? That nomads are the world's greatest evil?
No. I'm a man that respects order. Corpse brought us that order, and I intend for it to stay that way.
The corps pay you and have you on a leash like a dog. You know that?
Mm-hmm. But you don't want to see me bare my fangs. So I'll ask again. Where's your clan?
There is no clan. There is no camp. I'm here alone.
Ain't buying it. Nomads always stick to their packs.
My family's in pieces. That's why I'm headed for Night City.
Makes you an outcast among outcasts. Sure as hell hope you'll be on your way before long.
Hello, my name is Arif Iqbal, and this is WNS News. A dead city livens up the news
What?
today.
Suddenly all shy?
Catastrophic use of biological weapons.
I heard this place is famous for its hospitality. Glad to see it wasn't just rumors.
You're damn right we are. When people come along who know how to behave.
I saw a broadcasting comms tower on my way in. My antenna's down, and I need to radio someone.
What you need's to hightail it out of here without another word. Ain't got no mind to see you drifting around these parts. Got it?
Operate unsupervised. Netwatch has warned that without proper maintenance, any Busan-based AI could, in time, pose a considerable
You like the sound of your voice, don't you?
What's that, Drifter? What are you on about?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Yeah.